Hello, ESC Bubble. Good evening, good night, and bye-bye, fool. We are joined by the wonderful Brooke Scullion from Ireland. So, Brooke, how have you been?
I swear, this has been the best experience of my life. Like I say that wholeheartedly. I never expected like the response, the support, the love. Like it's all just this massive bubble. Pardon the pun, but I'm not nervous. I'm not letting myself get nervous, because once you get nervous, you don't start to enjoy it anymore.
How has the support been?
Everybody just wants to see you do well, and I feel that from everyone, not just Ireland actually as well. Like people reaching out saying that they've went back through my journey of music and followed me, and they love the artist that I am as well. Like there's just so many different elements to it. Like see, once I won Eurosong and the Late Late Show, like that was whenever I started to it sunk in, and I was like, oh no, this joke has gotten too far now. Like, this is so real. I wasn't ready for this.
You go back to the Late Late Show, like, I mean, it feels like months ago. Well, it kind of was months ago now. It's over a month and a half ago. I remember blogging that show, and I think it felt more like we were watching like a family gathering or something. I think that was the comment that you could feel the sort of the positive energy. What was the experience like for you?
So me and my dancers, my choreographer, we all went
stage invasion.
Casually. We all went to like this burger bar, like just like down the street, got out of the like tension in the air and came back and was just like, let's just go and enjoy this. And that worked so much better for me than panicking and worrying about what I was going to be doing. So that's what I'm approaching Eurovision with. Yes, there's a massive jump, but I feel like if I just go in with a clear head, focus on my own song, enjoy everyone else's music and the culture that they bring to the show, then there's no room for nerves. Like I can't afford to be nervous at this stage. There's no point, because it's just gonna sacrifice my own like performance.
Do you know what your performance is gonna look like yet? Just mentioning that.
Yes, sir. I do. I really. Oh, it is unreal.
A bit special.
Camera angles are gonna be insane. Like there's a moment in the song and it just blows my mind. Like there's just one moment, it's not distracting, it's not prop centered, it's not like focused on anything other than girl power and power within yourself, that you know you don't need anyone else apart from good friends and good relationships around you that just bring your mood up. It's gonna be like, we're a girl gang, you're gonna wanna be in our gang, and we want you in our gang because we're so awesome that we just like no boys, all girls. Like it's so cool. And I wish I could send you. I really wish you could see it.
We always talk at ESC Bubble about having a wow moment, and I'm really like, you know, that sort of moment where it just stands out and sort of compels people to say, yes, I'm going to vote for this entry, and it sounds like you've got a very good one up your sleeve. Like
people never look at a young girl and say she knows what she's talking about. So like I've designed a team that will let me have my weird creative input, and it's working out so well. Like I love my dancers, I love my choreographer, I love my team. RT are so helpful. Like everything is just we're talking like fingers, right? Everyone is a finger and we're all together, and in the middle it's happy.
Fantastic. We could talk for ages about the performance, but I think we need to also talk about the song. What was the inspiration for the song?
This was the first song I'd ever written, like ever. Like this was like, I got a job in an estate agent and I took a Wednesday off, and that's when I wrote all my music. I wasn't putting pressure on myself. I didn't feel like I needed to impress anyone. This was a song for myself at where I was at that moment. I just come out of a relationship which was more of a friendship or a situationship that I was like clinging to because I didn't want to lose that person, but I also lost myself during that process. It was more of a, how can I start to have fun again? What do I want to listen to that gets me excited for my life to come, excited for music, and get back into that way of feeling really, really independent again. And this is where it came from. I was also listening to a lot of Blondie at the time, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that does kind of make sense actually. I mean, I've already listened to it about 400 times, but I'll have another listen to it after this.
I appreciate that. I was trying to actually please mummy, which was so funny because she's a massive 80s fan. So I said I wasn't trying to please anyone, but after I knew that she would maybe like this one because it was 80s, so I played it for her and she was like,
of approval, was there?
Like,
Oh, right.
Obviously it wasn't mastered, it was a demo, and she was like, why are you talking in the middle?
I will tell mummy now. I actually really like that bit. I think it's because there have been times like in the past when there's been talking like in sort of the middle eight in Eurovision songs, and it just sounds a bit cheesy, but you like it forms part of the song. It really works. A lot of our view, I mean, obviously Eurovision is making you a household name now, but you were on The Voice before. You were on a very weird series of The Voice. I think you were probably yeah. We know that you're still in touch with Meghan Trainor and the people who from The Voice. What was that experience like, particularly at that time?
Do you know what? I got the best of both worlds. Like, that's the way I look at it. So at the start, I had an audience. I had Meghan in the room, and hearing the audience chant your name. Oh, there's nothing like a live audience. There's nothing like singing to people and winning them over. Like, there's literally no better feeling. It's like anyone doing anything. If you love what you're doing, no one's going to be able to tell you any different. I love what I do, and I can't believe that this is the impact that I'm having. But then when obviously pandemic happened, everything was cancelled. Like, that week I was getting ready to fly to London, I got a call from the production and they were like, pause on that. We're indefinitely, we're not sure how long this is going to be, but obviously we'd signed a contract to finish the show. So 8 months go by, and finally the semi-final comes back. No audience, no Meghan. So basically everything was in my hands. Like, I had to choose the music. I had to try and deal with a record label that wanted to steer me in a completely different direction. So it was a big girl moment. Pull on your trousers and stand up for yourself. It really prepared me for Eurovision, in that this is my baby. Like, this is my song. I am completely in creative control of this. I want to establish myself here and become the artist that I want to be, and hopefully like create a fan base from people that love my music.
To bring it back to Eurovision, I mean, by the time this video goes out, we'll probably know exactly when you'll be performing in the semi-final. Like, the running order will have been released. But what we know now is that you are in the second half of the second semi-final. Have you had the chance to listen to any of the other songs, and what are you liking?
Dana actually gave me the advice that don't get too caught up in everyone else's entries, because then you'll start to compare yourself, and automatically the wee voice in your head is gonna spin some doubt, or start to make you nervous. So while I'm seeing the artists and appreciating them and seeing their cool, funky cultural styles and what they bring to the table, I love it. But I want to be there on the night, live in the music, and make friends with the people. And I'm going to be on the Euro tour with them anyway. So I'll be going to different countries. I'll get to meet them. I don't want to have preconceived ideas about anything. I want to live in Eurovision world and only live in Eurovision world. No social media. Like, I want to be there, experience it, and connect with people. That's the wonderful thing about Eurovision. It just transcends everything and brings people together, and people can blow you out of the water. People can you never know. That's the beauty of it. So I want to just be there and live it and meet everyone as I see them. Oh, everyone wants to have these like opinions. Sometimes they're lovely, and sometimes they're not lovely. People are always going to want to say who they'll think is going to win or who's not going to win, and the night, everything changes on the night.
Part of my USP is kind of basically everything you just said, so I feel a little bit guilty to start with. I try to get as much into the Eurovision world as I can, because it's a fantastic community. And I've kind of reached the end of my sort of serious questions now. There was just some things I wanted to know, I think more for me, if anything, but I think some of our fans have been asking about a few of these things. Maybe some things that came up in the Late Show as well, because one thing, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but you used to play camogie?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You got it right.
Is that right? Yeah. For our non-Irish viewers, what is that?
There's two sports that are completely individual to Ireland: Gaelic football and camogie. Okay. Now, girls can play Gaelic football as well. It's just ladies Gaelic football, and then you've heard of hurling?
Yes, yeah.
Camogie is just the exact same sport, just a girl plays it. A lot of injuries. I have broke my kneecap, got surgery on my knee, broke my collarbone. Like it is hardcore. Like
it's brutal.
Oh, I broke my toe as well. Sorry, I forgot about that one. I broke my skull jumping on my sister's back, and she dropped me, and I hit my head in the wooden floor.
I'm sorry. You glossed over a big part of that, which was that you were jumping on your sister's back.
Saved by the Bell was on, and one of them jumped on the other person's back, so I just jumped on her back. She was unaware, threw me off, bang, skull broke.
I apologise in advance, but broke scullion. I don't know.
Oh my god!
Did you get that?
Oh no!
I do want to ask you about your cat as well, because and I'm indebted to a wonderful article that Will Carter wrote for ESC United, where he talks about this, because you're a bit of an animal lover, but you have a bit of an affliction that is not brilliant for that. Do you want to explain that?
You can even hear me like sniffing now. My dog is currently living in our house because there's a dog in heat up the road. So I'm like constantly, or like it is a nightmare. I am horrendously allergic to hair, like on animals. Like I just can't do it. I had a Shetland pony, and I used to come in and you literally could not see my eyes. Like they just swell up. I get itchy. My nose gets blocked. My throat closes. Like it's so bad.
Oh my god.
But I used to work in a petting zoo. We quickly learned that the only animals that I could hold were snakes and hairless rats. So,
the cute ones.
yeah. My cat is called Draco. He's hairless. I waited a year to get him, and he is my best friend. Like he is the coolest thing ever.
You waited a year? What, is he like a pure breed or something?
Yeah. So like they're called a Sphinx cat, and they
is that the one that Rachel has on Friends?
Yeah, but only that
right.
episode is not true. They are the most lovable cats ever. He feels like a felt sofa. That's how, or a satin sofa. Like he's so soft.
Reminder: go and listen to all of Brooke's music. Go and follow her on Instagram, TikTok, all the usuals. And best of luck to Ireland as well. Best of luck. Hopefully we can get back into the qualification era.
Hopefully. I'm positive. That's my main goal, qualify. Like that is what I want to do. Thank you so much for having me. I really hope I get to meet you in Turin.
Yeah, you too. Thank you so much. Yeah.